today. From Soldier Field in Chicago, it's Week 4 of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the Chicago Bears taking on the Baltimore Ravens.
They say summer is the time to live in Chicago. Well, that's extended into autumn as we are ready to roll under blue skies at Soldier Field. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Baltimore Ravens and the Chicago Bears. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and Charles, you look at this Bears team entering play. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Ravens, and able to get this out to the 25. They, too, were winners last time out, so something's got to give here.
And I love it when both teams come in off of wins. Great mindsets, and it usually leads to a really well-played game.
Coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. And the former Heisman winner, this is Mark Ingram. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
From the gun on third down, Jackson. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Nice third down conversion and even 20 yards.
Well, remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time they get it to him the more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed. They really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
4 yards the pickup, first down.
A gain of 4 yards. First down, Ravens.
From the gun, it's a run for Ingram. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. In on the stop, the former Georgia Bulldog, Roquan Smith.
And that's called winning at the point of attack, isn't it? Right there at the line of scrimmage. I know he's a little bummed out now. He doesn't get credit for a tackle for a loss, but no gain. His guys will take that.
And speaking of winning, to be as cheesy as we can, he was the winner of the NFC Defensive Player of the Week award from last week, so he's really stringing together some good football.
So not only did he get a gold star, he might have gotten a gold watch too, huh?
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
On third down, Jackson got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Mark Andrews, his first touchdown on the year. And the Ravens have taken the early lead.
For a big tight end, he can sure move like a slot receiver when he gets a head of steam going. And as a defensive back, you've got a big decision to make when he's moving like that.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. On the return, here's the dangerous Cordero Patterson. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. So here are the Bears now for their opening drive. And a look here at their go-to guy under center.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win, and that's what they did last week. But there's also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, you know, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
On first down, Burris. He completes this into the hands of Miller. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Good. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, you know, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, you know, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
At the 38-yard line.
Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one.
The throw over the middle taken in. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 11 yards there, first down. The numbers in last week's ball game for Robinson. 5 catches, 68 yards.
And they think they have a matchup advantage in this one. They're going to try and find some space for him to work and make sure he touches the football.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Gets this to his running back, Tariq Cohen. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 12 more yards there and another first down. Pretty solid start for the rookie here on this first drive, Charles.
Able to have some confidence, stepping back into the pocket, move around a little bit, find open receivers, and deliver. That just means his confidence is going to continue to grow because he's getting more and more comfortable with each completed pass.
He'll find Miller. That's complete. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it, they love it, because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sidelines thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that, because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
And Robinson with a big catch. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Give him 22 there on the third down conversion.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
He's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive.
I'm not sure that this play was designed for him specifically, but they got through the progressions and got the ball to him. So, second catch on the drive. He may not be a primary guy, but they definitely want him involved, don't they?
Absolutely. This early, the opening drive, as you said, 2 catches. So, if they can get him going in the passing game, that should open up his running game, too. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to third down.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball in this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
Check 91. 91 is the line. Mike 91. Ain't no such thing as a loss. We take it.
3rd and 2. Burris. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And he will be brought down, but he's got the interception on the final play of this first quarter. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. The drive starts here with a carry by Ingram. And he stopped immediately there. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there. Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
And he's got Snead. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards the play. It's worth noting when you talk about Jackson's running ability, the Baltimore wide receivers had just over 1,400 receiving yards combined last year. Charles, that was the fewest yards by a wide receiver group in the NFL since 2011.
And partner, I expect that number to go up this year. Last season, Lamar Jackson got very comfortable with his tight end group. In fact, he had one tight end that went to the Pro Bowl. But I think now, because of his ability to run the ball, it'll bring defenders closer to the line of scrimmage, and you'll see more big plays from the wide receivers downfield. I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense, and guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Looking left side, Andrews with it complete. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Jackson to Andrews on that one. First down, Baltimore.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds it for the first down.
Jackson's throw on target to Willie Snead. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
As the Bears 34-yard line.
Back to the running game. It's Ingram. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And that'll make it 3rd down.
This defense is really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
Throw left side complete. It's Ingram. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
It's a gain of 10. First down, Ravens.
A 10th carry here for Mark Ingram. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive. And once again, they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. And they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
He was looking for his tight end, Mark Andrews, there. And that'll make it 3rd down. Jackson from the shotgun. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Andrews. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
And Bullock will put this one through, and the lead moves to 10-zip.
Ravens 10.
So they get 3, certainly hoping for 6 after a 13-play drive.
So you console yourself on defense by saying you did your job, right? If they go 13 plays, you only give up a field goal, you did a nice job there. But here's the other part. 13 plays, you don't force any mistakes, you don't take the ball away. Maybe that's the way they should look at it.
So holding will scratch off some of that return.
And I know fans get frustrated when they see penalties of this sort on kick returns, but it is difficult to do it right against these moving targets at full speed. Hard to do.
Now with shotgun handoff to Cohen. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
Ball carrier.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Looking to throw on second down. Burris. And this will be caught by Mooney. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
Patrick Queen.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on it before he could get much out of it.
Gonna let one fly for Robinson. And it's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. And he'll bring it all the way back, just a yard or 2 shy of midfield.
Intercepted by the Ravens.
Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on, his teammates going to check on it, because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. Quick slant to Brown. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Throwing now, Jackson on first down. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Ingram. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Jackson will throw again. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 14. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Really nice pick there for the reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week. And a good story on that. He said he didn't even know he won the award. His buddy had to call him. He saw him on television and said, hey, congratulations. How about that?
And I'll bet you his buddy said, well, since you didn't know, I'll just go ahead and claim the award, right? And everything that goes along with it. But the reason he won the award the previous week and what we just saw there, instincts, understanding where the play is going and being able to make a play on the football.
1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Throwing on first down. Burris gonna let one fly for Robinson. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
Certainly no lack of aggressiveness here. They were hoping for the home run play to get them 6 points. They're hoping for a catch, maybe a call, but they figure they can at least get into field goal range with a completion.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. Darnell Mooney, the target there. And it's 3rd down.
Another dangerous throw there, partner. I mean, he's already thrown 2 interceptions here in the first half. I don't know if you want to keep throwing up 50-50 balls, and you've had that kind of lack of success.
Yeah, absolutely. Very well could have been a 3rd interception in half number 1. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Thought they were going to force a 4th down. Instead, P.I. gives him the first.
And that's frustrating because you think you've taken them really deep into the count, haven't you? Instead, you've got to start all over. That can really, really be demoralizing.
Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. So second and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Operating from the gun, Burris. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Cole Kmet, the intended receiver, and it's third down.
Incomplete. It's now 3rd and 19.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Off the play fake. Burris, he's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee.
You can't do that.
So instead of fourth down, first down.
Well, so much for winning the down you put a lot of emphasis on because third down is key for offense and defense. Instead, you're going to stay on the field and start a new set of downs.
A final shot before break. Burris. And this is going to be intercepted. Snags it for the pick. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. So we have reached halftime with our score 10-0 as we'll head down to Orlando. That's where we find our man. All right, folks, eager to get back to this Week 4 matchup. We won't put up a fight. The Bears going to see the football first, and they trail here as we get back underway to start this second half. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Here he is, the man taking the snaps under center, heading out for the next possession. And that first half was nothing short of a disaster. 0 points on the scoreboard and a big 3 in the INT column.
So they've got to get him going.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Tavon Young. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
At the 34-yard line.
That one is going to sting. First play of the third quarter and a turnover.
And you have to know that at halftime, they spent a lot of time going through their checklist of what they wanted to accomplish to start this third quarter. Turning it over like this was not on that list.
Not at all. You come out of the locker room trailing, so that first drive to establish momentum is very key.
Crucial.
From the 31, Jackson, and his throw here's incomplete. He was looking for Mark Ingram there, and it's third down.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
Well, it wasn't a big strike, but that completion put them in really great range. What do we have now, 4th and inches?
Yeah, it's not more than a half a foot.
You know what I would do here?
You would always go for it.
I'm one of those guys.
They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense, because they ran onto the field. It's what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
Now we get a peek make it the captain of this offense heading back out there. And he comes out on the heels of an interception he threw last time they had the ball.
Yeah, and you know, the quarterbacks that I know that are the best ones, the ones that really know how to lead their team, they tell them, that's on me. That's my bad. But let's go back out there and move ahead again, guys. We can get this done.
One good thing for him, it did only lead to 3 points and not a touchdown after that turnover.
Big thanks to the defense.
And now the drive starts with a completion out to the right. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
8 yards on the pick.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
7 yards there and a first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down, keep the sticks moving.
And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
We always hear from coaches how much they like to run crossing routes because they want to hit their receivers on the go, get them the ball, and keep them moving. How about when you hit a tight end that way? Okay, the receivers are going to run past you most of the time. The tight end, they can do their damage a different way, break a few tackles and really scatter some people, can't they? Oh, that was a pretty route right there because it's all about finding a window on a route like that. He lined up on his left, ran the deep in route over the middle, and the ball was right where it needed to be. Really good trust between quarterback and receiver. Really good completion.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
Well, that's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotate.
And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 15. He's at the 50. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line.
Intercepted by the Ravens.
And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
But based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
And a good physical run that time. He's going to wind up gaining 5 on that one. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
From the gun, Jackson. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
A gain of 50.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try to put the hammer down and finish this one off.
No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
No gain on the play.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
And it's 3rd down.
On 3rd down, Jackson. Buying time to his left. And he nearly got the first himself, but it appears he's going to be about a yard or 2 short. Decent gain on the scramble to 6, but now it's 4th. The offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. They're running. Ingram. And he's not going to get the first. I don't even think he made it back to the line of scrimmage. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down. And that will force a turnover on downs. They'll start things on first with Tariq Cohen. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 20. They were looking for a cushion from that end zone. He gave it to him. 15 big yards.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him. I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Glad you're with us from Soldier Field in Chicago. Third quarter here, 2nd and 10. From the gun, Burris. Throw left side, taken in by Miller. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Forced out to his left, and that will be incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. A 40-yard punt, 1 yard on the return, and the Ravens, they'll take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. With this lead and the football, things obviously looking good, but maybe, you've taught me this before, maybe this is where the defense is hoping that the offense helps them preserve that shutout that they've got going.
And it has to be in the minds of the offense that they know how rare it is to get a shutout. So take care of them, protect them, take care of the ball, move it downfield, run the clock down. You don't want your defense to have to go on the field again the rest of the game. Reward them.
And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Eddie Goldman with a sack. I think you'd have to say defensively, these guys are doing their job pretty well, right?
Yeah, we talked about them holding them under 20 points, right, on defense. And they've done that. They've held them. The problem is their own offense hasn't answered their challenge, which was to score more.
Yeah, exactly. I remember you saying magic number was right around 20, and the offense has been the issue. You're right. 5 yards, not enough, and it'll be 4th down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
And some strong running. That'll be a 41-yard punt, 4 yards there on the return, and the Bears take over. The Chicago offense set to get started. And you're still in this game. I mean, yeah, you haven't scored. Offense obviously has struggled, but you're only 2 scores down, so all hope not lost.
Not at all, because we were talking about the NFL, and teams can score fast in this league. Quick strikes, you're right back in it. You're exactly right. Keeping hope alive.
They were looking for Johnson that time, and it's 2nd down.
A lot of times it's that first read that you had. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Second and 10 now from the 27. Throwing again. Burris. Open man is Komet, the tight end. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 14 on that one and a 1st down. Even though this offense doesn't have a single point to its name, they're not totally out of this game yet. A touchdown here, they could be in business.
And how about that last play? Now they've got momentum going, so you know I'm a big advocate. Get back on the line of scrimmage. Throw another play out of while you've got them rocked on their heels.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. This duo locked in, 14 yards there, and a 1st down. Operating from the gun, Burris. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time, and a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Off play action, Burris. That's complete to Mooney. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags.
Defense.
Well, when you're leading in the fourth quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
So a big penalty there on the face mask leads to 1st and 10. And he's able to get this inside the 10 now to the 9. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
A gain of 9.
And a lot of times these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
The quick slant caught. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. To give them the yardage on the pass and half the distance to the goal line.
Because they're inside the 30, so now you don't march off the full 15, right? You have half the distance to the goal. In any event, that's precious real estate given up.
They'll run for it with Tariq Cohen, and he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. Tariq Cohen, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bears have cut it to within a score. That option pitch we saw, we don't witness a ton of that in the NFL, but it worked there down near the goal line for a score.
And it's actually a great call in goal line situations because as more and more quarterbacks enter the league with that mobility and having run option in college, more pro teams are adding it to their arsenal. And now it's not just, does the quarterback run it? Does he pitch it? Now they've added that 3rd element. He can rise up and throw the ball as well.
Baltimore about ready to go on offense.
After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Here's Jackson to throw. He's going deep for Brown. And that's caught inside the 30. A big-time 3rd down play for the Ravens. 51 yards.
Couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball 3rd down. Got the big completion in the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great.
And defensively, a backbreaker. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. And he's going to go down here. A sack. They push him back to the 34. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Now Ingram, he's been busy today. Oh no, he lost the football. And his defense here going to burn their 2nd timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. The good news, they kept the ball. Bad news, it's 3rd and long. From the gun, it's Jackson. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the 1st down marker. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down.
4th down.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Bullock's kick is good. And now it's a 2-score game at 9, 16-7.
Ravens 16.
So that's a big one. Obviously, Charles makes it a 2-score game. His 3rd field goal of the game, able to knock it through.
Yeah, not exactly free and clear yet, but as a defense, You get to play a little bit looser, don't you? Because you do now have a little bit of a margin of error, don't you?
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own.
So now the Bears down by 9. A minute 51 on the clock. It's been a struggle to score all day, and now they need to do it twice here late to have a chance. On 1st and 10, Burris.
He'll get that complete to his tight end, Komet.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game.
Trying to decipher what's going on out there because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
Yeah, several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown in. Frankly, that should have been another pick right there. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Burris. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Incomplete.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
He's got his man on the crossing route.
And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down. From the gun, Burris. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure, but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage. Now he's ready to get rid of the ball fast, but guess what? Too many defenders out there. Exactly as you described, an interception.
On 2nd down, Ingram. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
He's brought down at the 39-yard line.
So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory. And it was their defense that really paved the way to this victory as they allowed the 1 touchdown, and that was all she wrote.
Almost want to do the defense chant right now, right? Defense with a couple of claps in there, but no one wants to hear that from me. Let's just talk about how they got it done, though. When you take care of every aspect of the game, shut down the run, control the airways, right? Make sure the quarterback is harassed. This type of performance you get. They can't fashion together any offense, no consistency, and they just took control.
So for Baltimore, they're on a nice early roll as they move to 3-1 with a win here.